Hello friends, this is CA Nitesh Agarwal. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today's topic for discussion is the decisions taken in the 22nd GST Council meeting held on 6th of October 2017. Friends, as we all know that GST was implemented in India on 1st of July 2017. GST being one of the greatest tax reforms in India has imposed several compliances burden on the small taxpayers in India as well. So, in order to provide them relief, there were certain decisions taken in the favor of the small taxpayers in India so that small taxpayers can concentrate on their business rather than complying GST provisions. So we will have a look upon the various key decisions taken in the GST Council meeting. The key decisions were relating to the following areas, namely GST registration, GST return filing, reverse charge mechanism, GST on advance received, transportation of goods by GTA, composition scheme, TDS, TCS provisions, e-way bill, and apart from this, the rate of taxes or the rate of GST on several goods has been reduced in this meeting. First, GST registration. Friends, as we all know that GST registration under the GST law was mandatorily required if a business is doing any interstate supply of goods or services, irrespective of the aggregate turnover. But now, here in this meeting, this provision has been relaxed and has provided exemption to small service providers, meaning thereby only service providers are given an exemption and they are allowed to undertake interstate sales of up to rupees 20 lakhs without obtaining GST registration. The point here to note is only the service provider are provided this exemption. If a business who is into selling or supplying of goods, he cannot opt for or he is not exempted from GST registration if he is doing any interstate supply of goods. Only service providers are provided this exemption. Now let's into next decision taken. The next decision taken is relating to GST return filing. Friends, as we all know that the businesses who are registered under GST were required to file 4 returns in a month. That is GSTR 3B, GSTR 1, 2 and 3. But government has provided an exemption or government has relaxed this compliance burden and allowed small and medium enterprises. Here small and medium enterprises will be the enterprises having an annual aggregate turnover of less than 1.5 crores. This type of enterprises will be required to file their returns on a quarterly basis rather than filing it on a monthly basis. The return filing rule will be applicable for the quarter starting from October, November, December. For the months of July, August and September, monthly returns will be required. Now the next provision in GST which has been relaxed is under subsection 4 section 9 of CGST Act. If a registered person purchases any supply of goods or services from an unregistered person, then he was required to pay taxes on the reverse charge mechanism, meaning thereby the service recipient was required to pay taxes or GST on the inward supply of goods and services from unregistered person under the reverse charge mechanism. But this provision has been suspended, or this provision is not required to be followed till the specified date. The date has not been specified. This will be clear after the announcement of the provision under the official gazetting, but till then the council has decided to suspend this provision for the time being. The next compliance burden was GST was also required to be paid on the advance received amount. If any registered person has received advance from its customer, then the registered person was required to deposit taxes or GST on the advance received amount as well. But the council has decided to provide a relaxation by giving a relief to the taxpayers whose to aggregate turnover is up to rupees 1.5 crore by not requiring them to pay GST on advances, meaning thereby taxpayers having annual aggregate turnover up to 1.5 crores will not be required to pay GST at the time of receipt of advances on account of supply of goods. The GST on such advances received will be payable only when the supply of goods is done, meaning thereby businesses having an annual turnover of up to 1.5 crores are not required to pay GST on advance receipts. Next relaxation has been provided to goods transport agencies. Friends, as per my discussion in the earlier videos, goods transport agency was required to charge GST on its invoice if it is providing services to unregistered person or unregistered casual taxable person. Only in this case the GTA was required to charge taxes on its invoice. But this provision has been relaxed, and further GTA will not be required to charge GST on its services provided to unregistered person, including unregistered casual taxable person, meaning thereby the services provided by GTA to an unregistered person under GST law, including unregistered casual taxable person other than recipients liable to pay taxes on GTA services under reverse charge, shall be exempted from GST. Now, the next key decision was taken with regards to composition scheme. Under composition scheme, as I have discussed in my earlier video, composition scheme was available only to taxpayers whose aggregate turnover was below rupees 75 lakhs. But the government had a provision of increasing this limit from 75 lakhs to 1 crore. So in this meeting, the government has exercised that provision or exercised that benefit and extended this limit from 75 lakhs to 1 crore, meaning thereby entities with an aggregate turnover of up to rupees 1 crore are eligible to opt for composition scheme. The aggregate turnover threshold for special category states except Jammu Kashmir and Uttarakhand has been increased to 75 lakhs from 50 lakhs. The turnover threshold for Jammu and Kashmir and Uttarakhand has been fixed at 1 crore. With this increase in the aggregate turnover threshold, more small taxpayers will be eligible to enroll for GST composition scheme. Apart from this, relating to composition scheme, one more key decision was taken. The due date for enrolling for composition scheme under the GST law has been increased till 31st March 2018. And one more decision was taken regarding this composition scheme. The due date for GSTR4 returns. GSTR4 returns are those returns which are required to be filed by the composition taxpayer. So in this meeting, the due date for GSTR4 return for July to September 2017 by composition taxpayers has been extended to 15th of November 2017. Now, as we know that certain TDS and TCS provisions are applicable to certain government department and e-commerce operators under the GST law, but government has postponed this TDS and TCS provision and made it applicable from 31st, made it not operational till 31st March 2018, meaning thereby till 31st March 2018 TDS and TCS provisions will not be applicable. The next key decision is relating to e-way bill. E-way bill are required for transportation of goods with a value of more than 50,000. The e-way bill rules were earlier supposed to be implemented before December 2017. The GST Council has now decided to postpone the implementation of e-way bill provision and the rules to 1st of January 2018. Hence, e-way bill will be operationalized in the strategized manner across India from 1st of January 2018 to 1st of April 2018. Friends, apart from this, government has also reduced the tax rates or the GST rates applicable on many products. A list of those products has been given below my video in the comment section. Now thank you friends, thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe my video. Thank you.